Okay, we're going to call this April 24th, 2023 regular meeting of the City of Coolidge City Council to order. If you would, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Norma, would you call the roll, please?
Yes. Councilmember Tom Bagnall.
Present.
Councilmember Audrey Saavedra.
Present.
Councilmember Steve Hudson.
Here.
Mayor John Thompson.
Here.
Vice Mayor Jackie Henry.
Here.
Councilmember Tatiana Murrieta, and she will be absent. And Councilmember Eric Daniels.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you, Norma. Okay, we'll move into presentations. Proclamation under item 3, proclamation 54th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week, April 30th to May 6th, 2023. This is discussion only. And I don't know if many people know what our clerks do, but if I don't read it, they won't do it very well because they'll be mad. So I'm going to read it. The purpose is to recognize the vital and appreciated services performed by the municipal clerk in serving the changing needs of their communities. This will be the 54th Annual Professional Municipal Clerks Week, initiated in 1969 by IMEC and is endorsed by all of its members throughout the United States, Canada, and 15 other countries. In 1984 and 1994, Presidents Ronald Reagan and Bill Clinton respectively signed proclamation officially declaring Professional Clerks Week the first full week of May and recognizing the essential role municipal clerks play in local government. Typical responsibilities of municipal clerk: maintains the official council minutes, ordinance books, and all records and documents, indexes all official actions of council, issues licenses and permits, processes contracts and agreements, keepers of community history and vital records, receives, distributes, and files correspondence from citizens and other governmental agencies, administers elections, registration, and voting, and I would point out that they haven't missed. Acts as a key liaison between local government and its citizens, handles significant financial responsibilities, including preparation of tax rolls, special assessments, and budgets, provides central services such as personnel, purchasing, etc. IIMC is a professional association of city, village, town, township, borough, and county clerks, secretaries, and recorders. IIMC prepares its members to meet the challenges of the diverse role of the municipal and deputy clerk by providing services and continuing professional development opportunities to benefit members and the government entities they serve. Founded in 1947 in French Lick, Indiana, IIMC has 14,700 members throughout the United States, Canada, and the 15 other countries. There is a proclamation I'll read. I wanted to say that Norma and Sienna are clerks, and they're both here, and they do an excellent job, except sometimes they give me the wrong agenda just to mess with me. But they do an excellent job, and there's an awful lot of work that runs through that for just 2 people. So we're really proud of them. It's a proclamation for the 54th Annual Professional Municipal, which is April 30th through May 6th, 2023. Whereas the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the Office of Professional Municipal Clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the Office of the Professional Municipal Clerk provides a professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and the agencies of government at other levels, and whereas professional municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of the neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. Whereas the professional municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community. Whereas professional municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the professional municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of their state, provincial, county, and international professional organizations. Whereas it is most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the professional municipal clerk. Now therefore, I, John Thompson, Mayor of the City of Coolidge, to recognize the week of April 30th through May 6, 2023 as Professional Municipal Clerks Week, and further extend appreciation to our professional municipal clerk, Norma Ortiz, and to all professional municipal clerks for their vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. And thank you very much, ladies. Okay.
Mayor Thompson, I think it's only proper that they stand up and be recognized.
Right.
Well, yeah, let them have it.
Thank you, guys. You got a few years.
38 and starting my 39th year.
All right.
There you go. I think we can get 50 out of her.
We'll see.
All right. Item 4, monthly report by the Coolidge Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Lynn.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. Our investments for February reinvestments were El Dorado Insurance, Tax Cafe, Kaywood Farms, Coolidge Cleaners, Top CD, Hayden Building Company, Orsted, Coolidge Glass and Mirror, and Felix Construction. New members were Renew by Anderson. So our stats for February are 464 local visitors, 33 in-state, 44 out-of-state, 3,696 referrals. Year-to-date visitors was 965. Casa Grande Ruins for the month of February was 17,465. Year-to-date is 31,786. Gem and Mineral Museum was 167 visitors, 284 year-to-date. Some news about business and updates. We're real excited about the training program, the CDL training program that's going out at CAC with PSV CDL training. As a member of the Arizona at Work Board, we were sending a lot of people out of county for that service, so now we'll get to keep those dollars in town. And they had to be on a waiting list, so it's a pretty awesome program. We're really excited about that. We did the Dreamline collision ribbon cutting. This new owner is very passionate about the community and his work, and his team is right behind him. So I think he's going to be a great asset to our business community. We also did a ribbon cutting at the Friends of the Casa Grande Ruins Poly Garden, and I gave out a brochure. You got that? Did they get that yet? So it'll give you more information, but it's a great resource and education that we are doing at the Casa Grande Ruins. On another note, some of you may know that Ben Littlefield has left the superintendent, and now Dave Carney is going to be stepping in as acting superintendent. Where's that? And he's been there forever, so that's not going to be an issue. We had a great State of the City luncheon. We had a full house, and the food was really. We did our Borderlands this Saturday. Our goal was 249 boxes. We did 430 boxes. Awesome. We really, the volunteers we got just really knocked it out of the park. Some upcoming events was United Way 2023 golf tournament on April 29th. Reminder to everybody, it's Mother's Day coming up on the 14th. Membership luncheon on the 17th. We're going to get a P&G update on that luncheon. Next Borderlands powwow will be May 27th, and Memorial Day is May 29th. For more information, visit our website at coolidge.org. Any questions?
Any questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we'll move into call the public. This is the time of the meeting. If anybody has anything they want to address the council on, please come up to the podium and give us your name and your address. And you have up to 3 minutes to tell us what you think about it.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
Ricky LaPaglia, Community Services Director, 351 North Arizona Boulevard. I just going to come up real quick because after this agenda was set, we had a visitor in our office. We got a phone call from Stutz Equipment, a John dealer out of 11 Mile Corner. They wanted to donate some money to our summer program, Kids Camp. So they came down and where we thought we'd get $1,000 or so, they dropped off a check for over $11,000 to go directly to our Kids Camp. As many of you know, Indian Skies does something similar, not quite that large of a donation. So that money will be used towards scholarships for kids that can't afford to go to Kids Camp, as well as some pretty fun equipment and some stuff for the kids to do at the summer camp. So that money will all go directly to that program and to those kids attending that program. But I just thought they deserved some recognition for what they did, and it was really great of them to do that for us.
Well, thank you, sir. And you're right. I haven't heard of anybody donating $11,000 to Kids Camp ever.
No, it was quite something. We were quite taken back when they handed the check over. So we're looking forward to it. Staff's got some great ideas about what to buy for the kids and stuff for them to do this summer. So it should be great.
Good.
Yep. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and thank them.
Yep.
Okay. No, I don't see anybody else approaching, so we'll move out of call the public, and we'll move into our favorite, public hearings. Item 5, to receive public comments on portions of land located in sections 27 and 28, Township 6 South, Range 8 East of the Gila Salt River Basin Meridian of Pinal County, Arizona, known as the Laughlin 87 Annexation. Mr. Lopez, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor Thompson, Vice Mayor Henry, council members. This is a request from a property owner that has some equestrian business and asked to be annexed into the city. Owner Melinda Kowalski is here along with the representative Tim Hansen from Hansen Engineering. And this location of this is south of 287 and Laughlin. It's actually the southwest corner of Laughlin and 87. So it's right there. It's a 4-party annexation. In order, staff, we did recorded a blank petition to annex 37.2 acres on March 29th, 23. And in order to do this, we have to have the public hearing within the last 10 days of the 30-day period that you have to wait. So that way you're aware of why we're conducting the public hearing. And then also, we're required to send notices to the chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Pinal County, clerk of the Board of Supervisors, the assessor, Department of Revenue, and all property owners that are being annexed into this area or proposed to be annexed into this. And the properties were posted in 3 locations. Phil Garthright, our senior planner, and myself went out and posted these properties. And the requirements are satisfied for this at this point. And the only comment we had was we had a call from Southwest Power Group, which is the representative of SunZia, if you heard of that. That's a big high power line coming from New Mexico into the Pinal Central Station, and they just were wondering what it was about, and we told them they're just asking to be brought into the city. And let's see, we did advertise this on the public hearing in the Examiner portion of the paper on April 13th. And Phil and I are here to answer any questions you may have, along with the owner who's here, and Tim Hansen from Hansen Engineering is here. So we'll answer any questions you may have. And we recommend, this is strictly the public hearing, recommend that Mayor and Council hold a public hearing to receive public comment on this annexation.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. that power line it's going to cross the highway there. Doesn't that runs around the early road somewhere, doesn't it? So does it impact them a little bit? Is it within, what is it, 300 feet or something that, yeah, that they're going to have to notify? You had to notify?
They were notified because their property fell within notice.
But they're not running across this annexed property.
The line is actually, I believe, split into two at this point. So they're talking about two different scenarios. One where it stays the same, and then one portion of the line runs in one area, and the other one may run in the other. They're still working on that. It's been kind of an ongoing process for quite a while. But they have the easements and everything through the line siting authority for the state of Arizona. So it wouldn't run right through it. I think it runs on the edge of it somewhere.
Okay, well, they're already established out there anyway. Are they going to be able to keep the same zoning or comparable zoning that they have at the county? Are they bringing it with them, or they don't want to change? I know we've had some that have switched over. They don't want to switch over. They're fine with what they're doing.
And Mayor, Council, the state statute requires that we bring it into the most compatible zoning that in the county, which is ag. So, because it's, so we'll bring it in as ag, and if they want to change it to something else at that time, we'll contemplate. You're right, there are other properties we bring in where we do a zoning case right after it to bring it more in compliance, and that may be on the next one we talk about, so.
Okay, well, you've answered Mike. Does anybody have any questions?
Is that the Laughlin residence or, oh, cool. That's neat.
Any questions? Public hearing, anybody have anything they want to say? No? Okay, so are you done? How about you, Tim? You don't have any, you're good? I can't talk. Okay. All right, then, in that case, we'll move out of that public hearing and move into item 6, to receive public comments on portions of land located in Section 21, Township 5 South, Range 8 East of the Gila and Salt River Basin and Meridian of Pinal County, Arizona, known as the Nunez Annexation. Gilbert?
Mayor Thompson, Vice Mayor Henry, council members, this is an annexation that we were working with. This is the Hood property. We've looked at this before. In working with owner R.J. Nunez, who bought the Hood house. Here, in case you have any questions, stunning house realty. They really did a lot of work on the house, fixed it up really nice, and it's on the market. We realized part of it, the back portion of it where that well is not in the city, and neither is a portion of the Hood property that's around it. And so this is really to correct that portion of it and bring it all into the city. And he wants to, it'll be, the house is R1 zoning, so we anticipate we'll look at converting the back piece. It'll come in as ag, but then we can look at, so he's contemplating maybe doing another house on that back lot, I think is what RJ talked about. And so the Hoods, of course, they're marketing the bigger piece, and it would be to their benefit to have this all in the city, or else they could do part of it and then go to the county and try to do that. But it's really a correction. We're trying to just bring it all in, so it's all in the city. It's surrounded by the city. We always assumed it was in the city. For some reason, and Tim found it too when he was looking at that and said, it's not in the city. We don't know why. So it was back when originally they did the annexation. It wasn't captured.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, and this is probably for RJ. You're gonna build a house on that property, RJ? Okay. And when you get ready to build a house, it's gonna be kind of conforming to I got a couple neighbors, both on 9th Street and then my next door neighbor. They're just wanting to make sure that the house is gonna be kind of like the houses that are built around it. It's not gonna be some $1 million monstrosity or anything. Okay, thanks, RJ. That's all I have.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, Mayor, if I can. So Gilbert, right now, the red section would be, it's in Pinal County?
Correct, Councilmember
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Daniels. Yep.
That's all I have.
Yeah, I think we want to get rid of that. So it'll still be in Pinal County, but
Yeah.
it'll be a little different, so.
Into our jurisdiction. So we could help RJ with splitting that lot, putting a house, do it quickly, as fast as we can.
So this is a public hearing. Does anybody have anything they want to add to it? If not, I guess I need well, we'll move out of the public hearing. Thank you. Okay, we'll move into the consent agenda. Does anybody have any items, any members of the council have any items on the consent agenda that they need pulled off for individual consideration?
No, sir.
No.
Down here, no? Okay, here we go. Item 7. Consider approval to unfreeze $25,000 in the capital sales tax fund budget to purchase a new video server for Channel 11 from Rushworks and waiving the bid process. Item 8. Consider approval of entering into an employee staffing agreement between the City of Coolidge and Educational Services, LLC ESI, for the purpose of continuing the Retire Rehire program, formerly known as SmartWorks Plus, from July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2024. Item 9. Consider approval of entering into an entertainment agreement between the City of Coolidge and Midway West Amusements for the purpose of providing carnival services during the 2023 Coolidge Day celebration. Item 10. Consider approval of accepting a Governor's Office of Highway Safety 2023 Buckle Up Arizona Enforcement Campaign contract number 2023 CIOT 007 in the amount of $3,000 awarded to the Coolidge Police Department for expenditures related to the 2023 Buckle Up Arizona It's the Law campaign, authorizing the city manager and police chief to execute the GOS-SH contract. Item 11, consider approval of accepting the Arizona 100 Club Grant Award to the Coolidge Fire Department to purchase 5 sets of firefighter turnout gear in the amount of $25,555. Item 12, consider approval of entering into an amendment to cooperative purchasing agreement with Cactus Asphalt for pavement maintenance and repair services and authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. Item 13, consider approval of entering into a cooperative purchasing agreement with Ellison Mills Construction for on-call maintenance and repair service to reconstruct Pinkley Avenue and 3rd Street, Palo Verde Avenue and 4th Street, and Bartlett Road and Christensen intersection, and authorizing the mayor to sign the necessary documents. And item 14, consider approval of claims for the month of March 2023. Okay,
Mayor,
yes.
move to approve item number 7 through 14 is read.
Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, consent agenda carries. And that's where my agenda ends. So it's just blank after that. So, thanks, clerks. You fixed me right up. So I guess ordinarily we would have a report from the consul and the city manager, I think. So we'll start down here with Councilmember Bagnell.
I have nothing to report. Thank you.
I've just spent a lot of time with you guys on my weekends, so
Well.
it's been lovely.
Yeah, I'm sure she's, okay. Steve?
Have nothing to add.
Eric?
So, yes, Mayor, I attended the Pinal Partnerships water meeting with the Vice Mayor and Gilbert as well. A lot of great information about Arizona's water future. I know it's kind of random, but as soon as I got on, even before council, we hear a lot of stuff about water before I got on council. And one of the things that night truly is the whole, I guess, predictions and the whole situation with our water. And it's really something that I really am proud that council and city staff is keeping an eye on. And from the looks of it, over this past year, it's been kind of remediating some of itself, but I know going forward, there's going to be a lot of struggles and a lot of conversations that aren't going to get too pretty, but that's just how my weekend or Friday was spent. That's all.
Thank you, Jackie.
I went to the State of the City and Pinal Partnership, and really and truly, there was 5 different water companies, I'm going to call them companies, that were up there and did a great presentation and very, very helpful. And I'm so glad that I went, because I too, worry about the water and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, and then attending the retreat on Saturday. That's it.
Mr. Miller?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, don't really have anything to report. I'd like maybe a little guidance following our earlier study session on the budget. If I might just kind of, I think Jackie mentioned something about maybe trying to back away from the operating budget and not go into the level of detail that we've been doing on the capital budget. Is that okay with the mayor and council if we kind of shorten and summarize that process for you and come in like we have in the last few years? Would that be okay with mayor and council?
I'm good with it. Yes.
All right. That's all. I just want to make sure we got that direction. Thank you.
Is that it?
That's it. I'll let you have everything else.
No, we had the state of the city and we had, in case people don't know, we do meet with the president of Arizona administration monthly. So we're, if they're telling us everything, which we think they are, we're pretty familiar with what's going on with the water situation. We're not like some of the other communities that have their own water company, so they control their own fate, if you will, as long as they've got water that comes up out of their wells. But, we have to deal with Arizona Water because they're the water, them and Global, everything on the other side of the highway. What highway where Tom lives?
Highway 287?
287? The other side of 287 is Global Water. But in our city limits, Global Water handles that side of the highway. On the south side of it and on the north side, it's Arizona Water Company. So we do meet with them monthly and discuss what's going on in our subdivisions and everything else. So they've put, 2 wells in here recently in town. So they're pretty upfront about what's going on with the situation. And we are doing water conservation. There's a lot of things. We've changed our building codes to reflect with landscaping and with the type of fixtures that are going in for plumbing in the new houses. If you haven't been in any, they've got different plumbing than the older houses. So there's a lot of things going on with that. But it's been, we've been on the run, a lot of meetings, a lot of things going on. Coolidge, and so.
Isn't the water company doing something at the airport too?
Yeah, they're building the water company's right now building a 200,000 gallon water tank out at Coolidge Airport. So we're upgrading the electric out there to a 69K line, and we're upgrading, Arizona Water is upgrading their water storage facility to 200,000 gallons out there. So a lot of changes going on, and you won't recognize the airport probably in a year. If you haven't been out there in a year, you won't recognize it now, but there are a lot of changes going on. So that's all I've got. Thanks, everybody, for coming. I need a motion to get out.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everybody. We